Hey guys, John Rettinger with john4lakers.com with a review and overview for you of the Blackberry Bold for AT&T. So before I go into my thoughts and reactions to the device, I want to walk you through it so you can see what the device looks like, and I'll help you give her a better sense of where I'm coming from when I talk about the review. So let's get started. Alright guys, so here is the Blackberry Bold for AT&T service. I'll give you guys just a nice overview of it here. So the front of the device looks typical BlackBerry. It's got send key, your BlackBerry menu button, your scroll ball, which serves as a D-pad and also helps with navigation for websites. You have a back button, and you have a hang up and power off button. You've got a full QWERTY keyboard here, and the keys do feel very nice. There's a lot of throw to them, so it actually has a very nice feel. The keys are not actually spaced apart, but there's ridges on each key, which makes it actually very easy to type and move your finger to the next key. I had no issue typing, and I was able to compose a message very, very quickly and very easily. On the bottom, there are again your typical BlackBerry shortcuts for caps locks and text up and text down, and you've got some alt function keys all along there for your punctuation. Very typical BlackBerry. Along the left side of the device, you've got a 3.5mm headset jack, which is very nice, mini USB, a soft button you can use for whatever you'd like, and a micro SD expansion card slot, which is actually hot swappable. Pop it right in there. Bottom of the device, there's your microphone and your back release to release this fake leather backing. On the right side of the device, you've got a volume up and down toggle, another soft key you can set for whatever you like, and that's it. Top of the device, you've got a ringer set volume button, a ringer button. And the back of the device is made of this kind of fake leather stuff here, if you can see it there. It does have a nice feel, and doesn't make it feel slick in the hand, so when you're holding it, you don't feel like you're going to drop it, which is, I know, a complaint a lot of people had with the curve that the phone is replacing. Size-wise, it looks much bigger than it actually is. When you hold the device in your hand, it definitely feels like it has some heft to it. So let me show you size-wise compared to some devices you might be familiar with here. Here it is with the iPhone. And when you hold both in your hands, the iPhone feels so much smaller because of the tapered edges. But what I was surprised to find is they're actually almost identical sizes. And from the side as well. Really almost identical. So I guess that gives credit to Apple for making their device feel actually smaller than it is. So one of the devices most people might be replacing their Bold with is the Blackberry Curve. So here it is with the Curve. Notice the Curve has a spacing between the keys, whereas the Bold does not. And the Bold certainly has a much larger screen, which I'll talk about in a minute. So just for size comparisons, you can see the Bold is a little bit bigger. See the sliver on the side? It's also a little bit thicker, but not much. So another device you might be thinking about if you're with AT&T is the Samsung Epix. So I'll show you guys a comparison with that. Similar form factors, QWERTY keyboards, screens on the top, although the Epix is running Windows Mobile and touchscreen. Just for size comparisons, I'll let you see. So pretty close to the same size. Looks like the Epix might be, yep, a little bit smaller than the BlackBerry, but not much. And thickness, the Epix is just a little bit thicker. I'll go ahead and move all those devices out to the side. Now the Bold gets its name from its gorgeous half VGA screen. So I turned down the brightness here as far as I could, so hopefully you'll be able to see the screen. I know this video won't do it justice, but it is an absolutely gorgeous screen. One of the best I've seen on a mobile device. Let me zoom in so you guys can get a better look here. Okay, so you're greeted with the typical BlackBerry home screen, but the icons are actually just a little bit different now. It's got sort of a neon look when you scroll across to them. It's a very nice look that RIM has added to their newer devices. The BlackBerry button, that same theme, put this down maybe a little better, that same theme kind of carries out through. It looks like neon wiring almost for each of the icons. So paramount to me for a mobile device, aside from call quality, is browser. And the browser on the Blackberry Bold is not as good as I was expecting it to be. So let me go ahead and give you guys a real quick example of that. Okay, so we're on a local Wi-Fi network here. I'll go ahead and load john4lakers.com. There it is booting up, and I should tell you that this is a full 3G capable device, meaning it's fast broadband-like data, which is very nice. I don't have a SIM card in there currently, but 3G speeds are compatible with any other 3G phone I've seen, particularly the iPhone. Now, Blackberries in the past, notably the Curve and the Pearl, had awful browsers. RIM was not known for their internet capabilities on their phones. They're really trying to change that with the Blackberry Bold. So I'm going to give you an example of what typical internet looks like on the Bold and tell you some of the positive and negatives about it. First, it is definitely the best browser that Research in Motion, also known as RIM, has put out. It is capable of rendering full HTML web pages, which essentially means you see the pages on your phone as you would on a computer, which is very nice, and the first time I've really been able to do that. So let me move this over here. So there's a full John 4 Lakers. I don't know if you guys can be able to see that, but the text is very small, and the scroll bar right there actually serves as a little bit of a mouse, and you can move it around, and you have to navigate left and right with it. And the text is way too small to read, so you have to keep zooming in to view the text. As you zoom in, you have to keep scrolling left and scrolling right to really see anything, which is a bit on the unfortunate side. Keep going down. So the browser, while it does display full HTML pages, is not perfect. Certainly text wrapping would be a nice feature. They do have it, but it has not been perfected. And I think an easier navigation and zoom method would certainly be a welcome addition to the Bold. But that being said, it is certainly the most capable BlackBerry browser to date that Research in Motion has put out, or at least the most that I've seen. So certainly kudos to RIM for that. Let's go back to the home screen here. It is capable of playing pictures and videos. There's no YouTube player on it right now, so that's certainly a downside. Video plays fantastic on it. It's nice and smooth and looks beautiful on the screen, although again in the video it really won't do the screen justice. It does have a full built-in assisted GPS, 3G, and it's a quad-band phone, meaning it'll work with any network in the world, which is very nice. Go back to the home screen here. You can customize the background, you can set your ringtone profiles, and of course you get that fantastic BlackBerry push email, which really has been untouched by any other company, Microsoft and Apple included. RIM's email is absolutely fantastic. So now that you guys have had a chance to see the device, let me talk to you about it and let you know what I think. So first and foremost, with using a mobile device, you're concerned about call quality. And I'm very happy to admit that call quality on the Bold was fantastic. I did some rigorous testing on 3G and Edge networks, and I made a transition from 3G to Edge and handled everything perfectly. Callers on the other end did not say they hear any hissing. I didn't hear any hissing, no background noises. Everybody said it was perfectly clear, which was very nice. Transition from 3G to Edge, didn't drop calls. User at the other end didn't hear any static. It was a nice smooth transition, which again is very nice for a 3G device. Battery life, again, could always be better, but as you saw in the unboxing, the battery in this thing is huge, and I was able to get about 4 hours of talk time out of it, which is pretty nice. And again, I put it through some hard tests using the internet for, say, 2 to 3 hours a day, which is quite a lot, and maybe an hour and a half of phone calls. It will last the entire day. It'll get you through an entire day, but we'll have to charge it every night, which is really the most I can ask for. You go to bed, you have an outlet by you, plug the phone in. So you shouldn't have much of a trouble getting through a full day of use. Overall, I really like the BlackBerry. I've been a real big BlackBerry fan for a while. Before I switched over to the iPhone, I had many RIM devices. You can see in my first iPhone unboxing, I was replacing a Blackberry Pearl. I had a Curve, I had an 8700 before that. I've had an 8800. So I really do like BlackBerry, and this is definitely the best full QWERTY keyboard that RIM has put out to date. I have not seen the BlackBerry Storm yet, so I can't comment on that. But at least for the GSM networks, this is hands down the best BlackBerry. If you're a corporate user and you need push email, you need a full keyboard, and you really want reliability of RIM, the BlackBerry Bold is definitely for you. If you're a heavy texter and you like a full keyboard, it's a great way to go as well. Screen is gorgeous. And it's a great phone all around. Highly recommend it. On a 1 out of 5 scale, I give the Bold a 4.5, only lacking because of some of the browser shortcomings. But that's really it. So guys, John Rettinger with john4lakers.com. It's been a review of the BlackBerry Bold for AT&T. Be sure to check out the website, www.john4lakers.com. And if you'd like to be a writer for it, it's all user-generated content. Be sure to hit the apply button in the bottom right-hand corner. And if you want some exclusive content, be sure to follow me on Twitter, www.twitter.com/john4lakers. I'll put links to both up in the sidebar. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.